rise for the singing of the national anthem, led by Jessica Kaiser, Allison Munich, Trip Hampton, and Mark Scherer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good morning. I am Gail Wells, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, and it is my high honor to welcome you to the 36th Annual Commencement Ceremony of Northern Kentucky University. It is also my high honor to welcome you to the first event in this magnificent new Bank of Kentucky Center. Welcome back to Kentucky for graduation. The class of 2008 has the unique opportunity to be the first class to graduate in this splendid facility. This center is going to be alive with activity, sporting events, musical and other entertainment events, conferences, community celebrations, and others. Such activity is going to be transformative for NKU and for the entire community, as we are able to bring visitors to our campus to experience events previously impossible for us to host. However, I can think of no better inaugural activity than our commencement ceremony and the celebration of the success of the class of 2008. There is no event that better defines the importance and the purpose of the university than honoring our newest graduates, who today are joining the company of the educated citizenry, prepared to contribute to the economic, cultural, social, and intellectual capacity of our society. In addition, today we are also celebrating the 40th anniversary of this great institution. What a wonderful day of celebration of these three major events, celebrating the success of the class of 2008, the inaugural event at our new Bank of Kentucky Center, and the 40th anniversary of NKU. A university cannot achieve greatness without the continued support of people who care enough to volunteer their time and talent in support of its mission. NKU has been blessed over its 40-year history to have benefited from many individuals who realize and believe in the important work we do, not only for our students, but also for the Northern Kentucky community and the Commonwealth. We are fortunate to have with us today a number of individuals representing governing bodies of the university as well as community leaders. Let me recognize a few. Will the current and former state senators and representatives please stand and be recognized? Will all county and city elected officials please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Will all members of the Campbell County Economic Progress Authority and the Campbell County Leadership Action Group please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Will all current and former members of the NKU Foundation Board please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Will all current and former members of the NKU Board of Regents, including all former Student Government Association presidents, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. And finally, will all current and former members of the Alumni Council please stand and be recognized? And now it is indeed my pleasure to introduce the most important people in the House, the May 2008 graduates. Congratulations, graduates. You are commended for your commitment, for challenges conquered, for projects completed, for goals reached and even surpassed. You and your families should be very proud today and very hopeful, for all the possibilities of this new age are open to you. We are here today to celebrate your success, your potential, and your future. This is your day, a day of great joy. Today's date, May 10th, 2008, will always be a memorable one for you. I hope you will enjoy the events of the day and will look back with fond remembrance on this transforming time that you have had at NKU. We know you will bring pride and honor not only to yourselves and your families, but also to this great university. The most compelling measure of a university's worth is the quality of its graduates. The accomplishments of this class of 2008 and the alumni from our previous 36 graduating classes are evidence that NKU is indeed a great university. Please join me once again in recognizing our graduates and celebrating their success. At this point, it is my great pleasure to introduce distinguished members of the Platform Party. I will ask them to stand as I call names and remain standing. Please withhold your applause until all have been introduced. J. Patrick Moynihan, Vice Provost. Joseph E. Wind, Vice President for Government and Community Relations. Karen Kruer, Executive Director, NKU Foundation. Dr. Jan Hillard, Interim Associate Provost for Regional Stewardship. Dr. Sue Hodges-Moore, Vice President for Planning, Policy, and Budget. Dr. Kimberly Luce, Executive Assistant to the President and Secretary to the Board of Regents. Dr. Selena Srofel, Graduate Dean and Associate Provost for Research. Gerald A. St. Amand, Vice President for University Advancement. Kenneth H. Ramey, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Treasurer. Dr. Zebulon Davenport, Vice President for Student Affairs. Sarah L. Sidebottom, Vice President for Legal Affairs and General Counsel. Dennis Hannebach, Dean, Chase College of Law. Dr. Arna Almquist, Associate Provost for Library Services. Denise McClellan, Secretary of the Board of Regents. Peggy DiGiaco, Staff Regent. Annadelle Piles, Member of the Board of Regents. Dr. Stephen Weiss, Faculty Regent. Dustin Grooms, Student Speaker. J. David Bender, Past President, NKU Alumni Association, Class of 76 and 79. Elise Bender, Student Regent. Nancy Kramer, Vice Chair, NKU Board of Regents. Charles Brown, Member of the Board of Regents. Joyce Griffin, Member of the Board of Regents. Frank Downing, Member of the Board of Regents. Dr. Kevin Corcoran, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. John Beeler, Dean, College of Business and Associate Provost for Economic Initiatives. Dr. Elaine Jarko, Dean, College of Education and Human Services. Dr. Douglas Perry, Dean, College of Informatics. Dr. Denise Robinson, Interim Chair, School of Nursing and Health Professions. Dr. James Vitruba, President, Northern Kentucky University. And Patricia L. Horbold, U.S. Ambassador to Singapore and Chase College of Law alumna. Martin C. Butler, Chair, NKU Board of Regents. David Hogan, President, NKU Faculty Senate and Grand Marshal. Please join me in recognizing this distinguished Platform Party. Now I would like to offer a special welcome to those who care so deeply about the graduates. There is a sense of pride and joy surging through the audience today. I know the class of 2008 will agree with me that they could not possibly have reached this point without the love, encouragement, and support of so many of you. The dreams of many people are being realized here today, and it is appropriate to share the recognition as well as the pride that is inherent in this wonderful event. Let me first recognize the parents, grandparents, and family members of our graduates. You too are to be congratulated. Will you please stand and let us recognize you? Thank you. And now I would like to single out for special recognition an extremely important part of the NKU family, our faculty. Let me take a moment to honor them and draw your attention to the key role they have played in bringing the class of 2008 to this important milestone. NKU's faculty members are the very heart of this dynamic institution. Their dedication ensures our students receive an education we like to call up close and personal. Colleges and universities have changed over time, and many wonderful things happen on a university campus. But one thing is no different now than it was when that first teacher inspired the first pupil. That is the importance of the essential relationship between students and faculty members as teachers, scholars, and learners. Northern Kentucky University is so fortunate to have a faculty member so firmly dedicated to students and learning. This faculty brings academic credentials from some of the most prestigious universities in the world. Many have achieved distinction on the state, national, and international stage through their accomplishments. It is now my distinct pleasure to ask all the members of the current faculty and emeritus professors to stand as you join me by honoring them with your applause. Please join me in congratulating them.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's now my pleasure to invite Ambassador Patricia Herbold to please join us here at the podium. Former Chairman of the Federal Reserve, Paul Volcker, once said, and I quote, that public service is one of our democracy's greatest privileges. Yet too often the men and women who do the nation's business are overlooked and unappreciated, close quote. Ambassador Patricia Herbold, you have responded with heart and soul to the challenges of public service, and you continue to serve as a persuasive and effective advocate on behalf of the interests and values of our nation. Your dedication to your civic calling serves as a model for all, including those here today embarking on new journeys. Simply put, you are inspiring a new generation of Americans to public service. In its 115-year history, Northern Kentucky University's Salmon P. Chase College of Law has produced a significant number of the region's finest lawyers, judges, legislators, and business leaders. Today, it can lay claim to its first American ambassador. You graduated from Chase in 1977 and were named an outstanding alumna in 2006. This morning, we honor you for your exemplary work in international relations and for an outstanding career in law and business and government. President George W. Bush nominated you for an ambassadorship in July 2005. In November of that year, you were sworn in as U.S. Ambassador to the Republic of Singapore in Washington, D.C. At your Senate hearing, much optimism at your appointment was expressed by colleagues. Senator Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell, two leading Democrats, described you as bright, articulate, gracious, poised, and principled. During your swearing-in ceremony, you offered a simple yet poignant approach to your new position. You said, and I quote, "As ambassador, I will tell America's story. I will be passionate about my love for my country and the wonderful freedom and privileges that we have," close quote. Unwavering in that promise, you have told and continue to tell America's story. During your tenure as American ambassador, you have demonstrated an enormous depth of understanding of the international environment. You've presided when relations between the Republic of Singapore and the United States have been among the closest between two countries. You have demonstrated a tireless commitment to improving the economic, cultural, educational, military, health, and overall diplomatic relations between the U.S. and Singapore, a democratic city-state of great economic and strategic importance to the United States and Southeast Asia, and one of our largest trading partners. Ambassador, you have used your business and law expertise to help promote excellent trade and investment relations between the United States and Singapore, and to see that the two countries continue working together to expand global markets. As a testament to the U.S.-Singapore relationship, just after Hurricane Katrina, Singapore sent more rescue personnel and helicopters to the United States than any other country to participate in the rescue and rebuilding of New Orleans. A Cincinnati native, you began your career working for the U.S. government as an analytical chemist and later obtained your law degree from Chase. Afterwards, you served as assistant prosecuting attorney for Claremont County. You also served as in-house counsel in the Cincinnati Real Estate Investment Office of the Prudential Insurance Company of America from 1979 to 88, and you were general counsel for Bank One Dayton from 1988 to 1990. You worked as a commercial and real estate attorney with the law firm of Taft, Stettinius, and Hollister in Cincinnati from 1990 to 1994. You also served as a council member and mayor of Montgomery, Ohio from 1983 to 1987, and a commissioner of Hamilton County, Ohio, Rural Zoning Commission from 1993 to 95. As former chairman of the King County Republican Party in Seattle, you were credited with reviving that organization. Your work with that group earned you recognition by the Republican National Committee and by the White House. Your community activities, Ambassador, include serving on the boards of St. Joseph Orphanage of Cincinnati, the Salmon P. Chase College of Law, the Seattle Art Museum, the Performing Arts Center at Eastside and Bellevue, the Washington Policy Center, the Long Live the Kings, a nonprofit organization dedicated to the restoration of wild salmon in the Pacific Northwest. You and your husband, Robert J. Herbold, are generous philanthropists, and one of your major charitable efforts has been your support for cancer research, which included a $1.5 million gift to the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center to establish the Herbold Computational Biology Program. President Lyndon Johnson once said, and again I quote, "So very much of what we are as a nation and what we are to achieve as a people depends on the caliber and character of our public servants. In no other endeavor can you more directly serve your country's cause or values on which we stand than in public service," close quote. Ambassador, you are a genuine public servant with the highest level of professional competence, unquestioned integrity, and unwavering loyalty to our nation. Today, we recognize and honor your service and professional achievement. Ambassador Patricia Louise Herbold, the faculty and the Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University have resolved to confer and do hereby confer on you this 10th day of May in the year 2008, the honorary degree of Doctorate of International Relations. Congratulations.
President Votruba, members of the Board of Regents, distinguished guests and faculty, graduating students, families, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I am so honored to be here today to speak at your commencement ceremony this morning. I'm also humbled by this honorary doctorate that has just been conferred upon me. There are so many things to be excited about today. It's already been mentioned, this is the inaugural event here in this beautiful new arena. It's also the 40th anniversary of Northern Kentucky University, and that in and of itself is a milestone to be celebrated. But the reason that we're really here is to celebrate the accomplishments of today's graduates. So let me begin by offering my sincere congratulations to all of you who are receiving your degrees today. You've put in a lot of hard work up to this point, and you may not want to hear me say it, but your journey is just beginning. As you embark on your new careers, your professional development will be your responsibility. I urge you to seek options and be proactive. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you. You must make the decision to seek new challenges, to take risks, and to reap the rewards. If there's a theme to my remarks today, it's this: globalization is a fact of life. If you ignore that fact, or if you ignore the opportunities it presents, you do so at your own risk. There's a funny old Hindu proverb that seems apropos, and it goes like this: a man who misses his opportunity and a monkey who misses his branch cannot be saved. Few of you sitting here today can imagine the full extent of the journey that lies ahead for you. Perhaps my life's journey can serve as an example of how careers can lead in unanticipated directions. As I was thinking about what I would say today, it occurred to me that it was about the same time this year, many decades ago, that I was giving the salutatory address at my high school graduation. I don't remember much of the speech I gave, but I do know that as I was graduating from high school and then from college, it did not even remotely enter my thinking that I would someday live outside of the United States. Of course, that was very common thinking back then, especially for women. But times have really changed, and you, our future leaders, have unlimited horizons before you. It was never a goal I set for myself to have more than one career, but I have been blessed with 5 careers. First as a chemist, then as a lawyer, then my first foray into politics as a council member and mayor, next as a community volunteer and activist, and now as the U.S. Ambassador to the Republic of Singapore. And throughout the last 4 of those careers, I was a wife and mother. What allowed me to have such wonderful experiences? I think it's because I embraced with open arms the options that were available, as well as those that I sought out on my own from time to time. I retired as a chemist shortly before the first of my 3 children was born. My career changes after that involved finding a good balance between family and career, and I readily admit that I couldn't have done it without my family's support. When I decided to go to law school, our children were still very young. I wanted to be home with them during the day, so I chose to attend Chase Law School in the evening. My career as a lawyer was varied. First as a sole practitioner, again because our children were still young, then as in-house counsel for Prudential Insurance Company, next as general counsel for Bank One Dayton, and finally as the first flexible part-time attorney at Taft, Stettinius & Hollister Law Firm. I was faced with another career change when my husband accepted a job with Microsoft and we moved from Ohio to Washington State in 1995. I wasn't enthusiastic about sitting for another bar exam, and Washington didn't offer reciprocity at that time. So I decided to focus my time on community activities and volunteer work. Having served as a council member and mayor in Montgomery, Ohio, I wanted to give back to the community in my new home in Washington. I accepted a gubernatorial appointment as a commissioner on the Washington State Gambling Commission. I worked on capital campaigns to build an art museum and a confidential shelter for abused women, and I served on a variety of nonprofit boards. My community activities led to my involvement in politics. I served as a member of the President's 21st Century Workforce Council and as chairman of the King County, Washington Republican Party. That led to my 5th and current career as a U.S. ambassador. It probably won't surprise you to know that when I sat in your place as a graduating student many, many years ago, I did not expect to one day be living in a foreign country, much less to be the U.S. ambassador to Singapore. I've now been in Singapore for 2 years and 5 months. It's been a very busy time. Not only is it a great honor to serve as the President's personal representative in a foreign country, It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has been an intense but rewarding learning opportunity for me as well. I hope that my experiences demonstrate to you that careers can sometimes go in very surprising directions. The number one lesson I've learned in my role as a diplomat in a foreign country is the importance of developing a global perspective. I literally could not do my job without it. Not a day goes by that I'm not asked about something that's going on in another part of the world. It could be China, it could be the Middle East, it could be EU. As a result, I end up reading 6 newspapers a day, plus all of the media printouts that I got from our public affairs office, because I have to be on top of all of these things. I understand that Northern Kentucky University is placing increased emphasis on internationalizing its curriculum to provide all students with a global perspective, regardless of their field of study. This emphasis is very important, for today's world offers exciting, unlimited possibilities, and many of the options are directly related to globalizing trends. In the global economy, the need for students to explore the world is unquestionable. It is dismaying to me how little many Americans know about the world outside the United States. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I recently read that if you take away Iraq, Iran, and Pakistan from the U.S. news coverage, less than 6% of the remaining news is about all of the other countries in the world combined. I can assure you that the Singaporeans I interact with, the diplomatic corps in Singapore, which represents about 80 different countries, and the people I've met in other Asian countries are acutely aware of what's happening in the United States. For example, in every country that I have visited in the past 6 months, the discussion almost immediately turns to our presidential election. They all know that what happens in the United States and who our president is has a direct impact on them and their countries. I fear the same is not true when it comes to Americans' interests in what's happening in other countries, especially Southeast Asia, home to over 550 million people, which, ladies and gentlemen, is almost twice the population of the United States. So why is a global perspective important? Because the world is intertwined in ways that I could not have imagined when I was a student. And the ties that bind us to people and events on the other side of the world are growing day by day. Understanding the cultural and historical context which a peer or a competitor in another country uses to frame his or her decision process can make a tremendous difference in how you respond to that decision. And a decision made today, half a world away, might prove to have a profound effect on your career sooner or later. Simply put, having a global perspective gives you a competitive advantage. When people refer to globalization, they're often thinking of trade or investment or economics. And it's true that commerce among different nations contributes to globalization. But the real beginning of globalization is the movement of ideas, people, and goods between different communities, which means that globalization also has a social context. The world today is connected in ways that go beyond economics and beyond trade. Globalization also includes the impact of advances in technology, transportation efficiency, and communications in individual countries and individual societies. Just think of some of the significant changes that have occurred over the centuries. It took ancient Greek ships weeks or even months to carry wine and other goods across the Mediterranean. In the 1930s, the first airliners carrying passengers across the United States from the East Coast to the West Coast took 15 hours and required 3 refueling stops. Today, the communications revolution allows for instant messaging to anyone, anywhere in the world, in a matter of seconds. In the days of exploration by seafaring nations, globalization occurred at the macro level as countries competed for resources and territory. That was followed by globalization at the corporate level as companies expanded their markets for goods and labor. Now we're seeing globalization at the individual level. Today, the internet is used by individuals connecting all of the knowledge pools around the world. Like-minded individuals from any place in the world who share interests, passions, technologies, and hobbies get together online and create virtual communities. The activities and capabilities of these groups develop new social and political dynamics. Combining the world's knowledge pools puts us on the leading edge of a remarkable era of innovation. The expansion of global trade, investment, information, and technology allows people to consume better products at cheaper prices and have a better quality of life. That begins with economics, but it doesn't end there, because most people have other goals in their lives besides economic goals. Globalization is a means by which people can reach personal, national, and societal ends. For example, a more intertwined world enables greater cooperation in responding to cataclysmic natural disasters and enables greater coordination in solving common challenges. It's an issue that we're dealing right now in light of the recent devastation in Burma. Consider how the economies and political systems of China, India, Russia, Eastern Europe, Latin America, and Central Asia opened up, bringing the energy and ideas of more than 3 billion people into global economics and global politics. Consider this. India's middle class is said to be over 250 million people. That's greater than America's or Europe's. China's middle class will be 400 million by 2010, and it's estimated to be 600 million by 2016. You might wonder why this is important. It's important because that is a huge consumer market. It presents tremendous opportunities for businesses and their employers, or employees, and those countries which are ready to participate in the global economy. And to participate, you have to be ready to compete. The explosion of software and search engines, the massive investment in technology, broadband connectivity, wireless hotspots, undersea cables, and cheaper computers, all of this together established a platform where intellectual capital can be created anywhere and delivered anywhere. It's to your advantage to understand the ramifications for you individually of this rapid expansion of intellectual capital. The companies you work for or interact with will most likely have an international component to their work, or they could even be based overseas. The globalizing world has exposed all of us to new challenges and changed the way old challenges touch our interests and our values. So what's the answer to these challenges that are posed by globalization? One thought I want to leave with you is this. You have been studying the sciences, the arts, the humanities, and other fields in order to prepare yourselves to make a living, to support your families, and to advance the values and principles that you cherish. But in order to do that, you need to be just as globally aware as are the citizens of the rest of the world. So whether you are an American or a foreign student graduating today from NKU, my advice would be to embrace the opportunity to work in or travel to periodically to foreign countries. At a minimum, please learn more about the world outside of your native country. It's going to matter more and more in the years to come. Whatever career you choose, the opportunities will be there, and it's up to each of you to venture outside of your comfort zone and become a true global citizen. I'll conclude with a quote from a motivational speaker I know. He said, "The more you seek security, the less of it you have. But the more you seek opportunity, the more likely it is that you will achieve the security that you desire." Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of 2008, congratulations on the completion of your studies at NKU and on the degrees that you are receiving today. I wish you the very best in the years to come, wherever your journey takes you. Thank you very much.
Our student speaker today is Dustin Grooms, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in athletic training and a grade point average of 3.8. He has been involved with a number of athletic teams here at NKU through his clinical education experiences with the men's basketball, soccer, and baseball teams, and the 2008 Women's Basketball National Championship team. Yay. His clinical experience with the Cincinnati Bengals in 2007 and 2008 resulted in his facilitation of a case study with their Director of Rehabilitation and is expected to be published in the Professional Athletic Trainers Society publication and presented at the NFL Combine in 2009. He is currently a member of the National, the Southeastern, and the Kentucky Athletic Trainers Association. While at NKU, he has been named a Distinguished Scholar and a Golden Key International Scholar, has been on the Dean's List and Honors List since 2003, and a member of the Alpha Chi National Honorary Society. Please join me in welcoming Dustin Grooms to the podium.
Thank you very much, Provost Wells. And good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow graduates. I'd like to share with you a quote. When I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became an adult, I had to put away childish things. This reminds me of the growth of students and our university. For just as we have grown, we have seen the renewal and growth of a new Northern, and this class, just as the classes before us, carries the responsibility of carrying the new Northern Kentucky University to the world. NKU has become a great university, one that we should be proud of, but it's so much more than what can be seen. This grand arena is wonderful. NKU is so much more than that. The new student union will provide a great service. NKU is more than that. Much like the great concrete foundations of the Health Center to the Science Center, the groundwork in each of us has been laid and our own concrete foundation set. We have an NKU foundation. It is put in place by parents, like my parents, Kitty and Kelly Grooms. It is solidified by mentors and educators, like my professors, Trey and Thomas Palmer. It is built upon by fellow classmates, like my friends in athletic training, Ryan, Erica, Megan, and Anna, who push you to make it stronger. But we leave this university as men, as women, and as professionals. Each one of us has had experiences, moments of personal and professional growth where we realized we can not only make it in this world, but we can thrive. NKU has been the groundwork for these experiences. For me, it was the struggle and press to succeed in class. It was an internship on the medical staff of the Bengals, and it was working with our own university athletic training staff for our teams. Molly, Eric, Noriko, I'd never be here without you. And it was especially working with our 2008 Women's Basketball National Champions. It is through experiences like these when we realized we were going to make it in our careers. I know that all of you are able to pick out such achievements that prove to you your dreams are attainable because you have this great NKU foundation. But none of us got to where we are today without help. No one builds this solid foundation alone. Many of us will point to someone inside NKU as that help. I know every graduate has benefited from our exceptional faculty. But this university is our university. Each academic program is the student's program. That is made possible because of great leadership like President James Votruba. They make that so. And it's those experiences that allow us to come away from here with so much more than a piece of paper that says Northern Kentucky University on it. Make sure you thank your mentors, your faculty, your teachers, and your family. They laid the groundwork so that we may grow tall and strong. We are truly blessed to call NKU our alma mater. Thank you. Continue to work hard and do well, graduates.
Please remain seated. Thank you. My name is David Bender. I'm I'm a proud double grad of NKU, 1976 with a BA in poli-sci and my JD from Chase College of Law in 1979. I now have the privilege and honor of being the immediate past president of the NKU Alumni Council. My successor, Olivia Birkenauer, was unavailable to attend this great event today, and I would like to dispel the rumors that I had anything to do with her all-expense-paid trip to Holland, Michigan with she and her family for the Tulip Festival. On behalf of over 40,000 alums, I want to congratulate you today and wish you great success in all future endeavors. I know your loved ones and friends are here today to celebrate your achievements and are very proud of you. On a personal note, my wife Nancy, our son Jonathan, and our extended family are here today to watch our daughter Elise walk across this great stage at the Bank of Kentucky Center. She's your immediate NKU student government president. On a side note, Ron Ellis, I told you I'd have a better seat than you today. All of us as proud alums will forever remember this historic day. NKU is your university. You've become a part of it, and it will always be a part of you wherever life takes you. The NKU Alumni Council mission statement is connecting and celebrating NKU alumni and the university. As you celebrate your achievements today, we hope you will continue to stay connected and active in your university. The contributions of our alum are significant and necessary for our continued growth. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations and let me be the first to welcome you as the newest members of the NKU Alumni Association. Thank you, and as always, go Norse.
Dustin was right in his remarks, I believe, when he talked about as you move into adulthood, you have to put away childish things. But I want to share a couple of very personal thoughts with all of our graduates today, because I think there's one thing that we associate with childhood that we ought to associate with our entire lives. Now, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand to a question. How many of our graduates are dreamers? How many of you are dreamers? How many of you have big dreams for yourself? Good. You know, when you think about it, it was dreams that brought you here. Somewhere in the past, you dreamed about getting a college degree, and you shared that dream with people who love you and care for you, and they helped make it happen. Some of you came to us right out of high school. Others came to us years after school. Some of you came from nearby and were able to walk to this venue or certainly drive. Others came from out of town, out of state, or beyond the borders of our nation. But what you share in common, graduates, is that today a dream is realized. You had the capacity to dream and to make it real. Brett Hardebeck had a dream that brought him here today. Elise Bender had a dream that brought her here today. Jessica Luce had a dream that brought her here today. And Debbie Ellis and her son Zach, both of whom will graduate today together, started with a dream that brought them here today. You know, at times it seems to me as though the world is dominated by critics and skeptics, people who can find nothing better to do than to poke at those who are trying to do things special. But what I want to say to you today, before we graduate, is that dreams matter, and they matter more than ever. Dreams elevate, dreams motivate, and they inspire. They cause individuals and communities and even nations to achieve remarkable, remarkable things. Think about it for a moment, if you would. Over 2 centuries ago, a group of dreamers set out to transform a struggling set of colonies into what would become the greatest democracy on the face of this earth. a democracy that has served as a beacon of freedom and hope and opportunity for all. A century and a half ago, hundreds of slaves made their way across this very ground that we sit on today, often in the middle of the night to avoid capture, because they had a dream of freedom. 40 years ago, a group of Northern Kentucky dreamers, some of whom are in this room, and so we appreciate so much you being here today. 40 years ago, a group of Northern Kentucky dreamers set out to transform what was then a quiet parcel of Highland Heights farmland into what is today a thriving and dynamic university of nearly 15,000 students and over 40,000 graduates. 10 years ago, a group of area government, civic, and business leaders set out to build this arena that we convene in today. And even more recently, a few hundred dreamers representing every dimension of Northern Kentucky life came together around Vision 2015 to set ambitious goals for our region and strategies for their achievement. Now, these are all different dreams. They took place at different points in time. But what they share in common is that they all confronted skeptics and doubters. They all confronted skeptics and doubters. They were told it's too costly. Too many interests will fight it. It's beyond what we should expect for ourselves. It won't work, it can't be done. Well, in every case, and in millions and millions of other cases, the doubters and the skeptics and the critics were wrong. The dreamers were right. The point, of course, is that dreams and dreamers matter. It's not the skeptics and the critics and the doubters and the cynics who advance human progress. It's not the people who always focus on why something can't be done who make a difference in the world. It's the dreamers who combine the courage to dream ambitious dreams with the tenacity and the grit and the perseverance and the drive to translate those dreams into reality. It's the people who are willing to risk failure in order to achieve something others may believe is absolutely impossible. How many times have you been told that a dream wasn't possible? That you needed to stop dreaming and get real? That dreams are things that children do? That adults have to get real? The most inspiring people I've ever known have been dreamers their entire lives. They've never stopped dreaming, and each year increases their capacity to translate those dreams into reality. I will tell you from experience, graduates, that adult dreamers are the ones to be feared. They know how to dream. How many times throughout her life, and I don't mean this as a political statement now, but how many times throughout her life do you suppose that Senator Hillary Clinton has been told that a woman could never be president? That a woman could never be president? Or how many times throughout his life has Barack Obama been told that an African American could never be president? Could never be president. And here we are on a threshold, a new era. There are periods throughout human history that are characterized by enormous leaps in human progress, leaps in human understanding, a time when the dreamers and the thinkers and the originators prevail. Speaking of these moments, John Gardner wrote, and I quote, "Reflecting on Pericles, Socrates, Sophocles, and the other great citizens of Athens in that most golden of ages, the 5th century BC. Reflecting on figures so extraordinarily diverse as William Shakespeare, Francis Drake, Thomas More, Francis Bacon, and Queen Elizabeth in the 16th century England. Reflecting on Cortez, St. Teresa, Cervantes, St. John of the Cross, and others in the 16th and 17th century Spain. One is bound to believe that there occurs at breathtaking moments in history, an exhilarating burst of energy and motivation, of hope and zest, of imagination, and a severing of the bonds that normally hold in check the full release of human possibilities." And listen to this line carefully. "A door is opened and the caged eagle soars." The door is open and the caged eagle soars. Isn't this what we want for ourselves? Isn't this what we want for our community? To unleash a burst of energy and motivation, of hope and zest and imagination, and a severing of the bonds that normally hold in check the full release of human possibilities? Wouldn't we all hope that we can contribute to efforts that cause the door to open and the caged eagle to soar? Graduates, beyond preparing you for your chosen field, my hope is that we've prepared you to dream more expansively, to commit more deeply, to hope more fully, to love more dearly, and to laugh more frequently than you ever thought possible. Throughout your life, and please remember this, throughout your life you will confront doubters and skeptics and cynics who will try to keep you from soaring. They'll tell you that your dreams aren't realistic or that your reach exceeds your grasp. I say to you, dream on, dream often, dream the rest of your life. Feed off each other's aspirations with your friends and those you surround yourself with. In the words of John Gardner, open the door and let the caged eagle soar. Have the courage and believe in your capacity to achieve great things. If you believe you can, it's likely that you can. So embrace big dreams, visit them daily. This graduation is living testament to your tenacity, to your strength, to your persistence, and to your ability to achieve wonderful, special, unique things. So keep dreaming. Be adults, go into the world, take all that responsibility, but don't lose your capacity to dream. In NKU's logo, we see the lamp of learning with its bright flame. Lamps provide light that allows us to see what otherwise might go unseen, and lamps provide us warmth that protects us from life's sometimes cruel elements. On behalf of the Board of Regents, the university's faculty and staff, and the public whose support has made this day and this Bank of Kentucky Center arena possible, we hope that your NKU experience will continue to both be a bright light and warmth throughout your days. Graduates, congratulations. Now I'd like to ask all of the graduates to please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, through the Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended. I now declare you a graduate of Northern Kentucky University and welcome you to the company of college-educated men and women throughout the world. Graduates, please be seated, and congratulations.
Good morning. I'm Denise Robinson, Interim Chair for Nursing and Health Professions. Mr. President, it's a pleasure to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the associate and bachelor degrees in nursing and health professions for which they have been recommended by the faculty. The School of Nursing and Health Professions also offers the Master of Science in Nursing with several majors. Achieving a graduate degree requires an extraordinary effort and reflects dedication to the profession and to continued learning. You are to be celebrated for your devotion to your studies and for your honor as evidenced by your completion of the requirements for this degree. Mr. President, it is also my privilege to present those women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the Master of Science in Nursing.
Receiving associate degrees from the School of Nursing and Health Professions are Dennis Otu, Alicia Faye Adams, Jessica Elizabeth Emmenheiser, Nyla Renee Hawkins, Michelle Heckman, Stephen D. Heffernan, distinction, Brittany Lynn Kirk, Kelly Elizabeth Klyer, Watsika M. Laney,
Michael Haney.
Ryan Patrick McElhaney. Ashley D. McMurtry, high distinction. April Leanne Dye. Shanta Ruttencutter. Patricia C. Smith. Melissa Lynn Spicer with distinction. Michelle Lynn Spalding, Spradling. Sarah Renee Stubbs with high distinction. Kara Ann Winings, high distinction. Allison Nicole Zembrot. Receiving bachelor degrees from the School of Nursing and Health Professions are Ashley Marie Agnew, Tiffany Star Louise Ailstock, Omatunda Olayika Ijea, Sarah Ann Allen, Obed Shemetzi Anya, Rebecca Ann Badinghouse, Jessica Michelle Berry, Maria Elizabeth Berry, Renee Marie Black, summa cum laude, Sylvester Boadi Ajay, Chelsea Bondick, Denise Ann Brandenburg, Rebecca Margaret Brophy, Sarah Marie Brown, magna cum laude, Michelle Brocksterman, Jessica Lynn Bruns, Michelle Jean Collins, Dinah Michelle Thomp Crawford, cum laude, Lindsay Ann Carico, Allison Marie Casson, Nathaniel P. Ellis, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar, Anna Marie Etienne, cum laude, Tina Sue Fagan, cum laude, Nicole Lynn Forg, Robin Lynn Fortner, Alexandra Marie Guymeyer, magna cum laude, Anne Elizabeth Gillespie, Samantha Jane Griffin, Tanya Marie Griffin, Heather L. Ham, summa cum laude, bachelor's degree and also associate degree with high distinction. Ethan C. Hamilton, magna cum laude. Brittany Jo Hammond. Sarah Catherine Jelly. Leanne Jones. John Lambert Keller, cum laude. Kimberly Dawn Kleinhens. Kelly Marie Lonher. Kara Marie Lanzarata. Danita Joy Lawrence, cum laude. Aze Blama, cum laude. Casey Ann Lenhoff. Tara Marie Liebert, Jasmine Noeline Lopez, Alexa Dawson Magoto, Kristen Marie Magnette, Andrew J. McGill, Mona Madaris, Molly Elizabeth Mavis, Sarah Christina Mavis, Elizabeth Ann Moore, cum laude, Lisa Elaine Morris, Alicia Rose Osborne, magna cum laude, Larry T. Osborne, Jenna Louise Passborg, magna cum laude, Jessica Lauren Patty, cum laude, Polly. Tiffany Louise Polly, Peggy L. Premick, Shannon Marie Quitter Schroed, Amir H. Ravizadeh, Laura Elizabeth Ramsey, Sarah Lynn Reed, Rose Ann Regan, Courtney Blake Reichert, cum laude, Patricia Josephine Riley, Linda Jean Riggs, Teresa Gail Riggs, Mary L. Roden, Ashley Jo Rodriguez, Heather Lee Rose, Susan Elizabeth Schilling, Christopher Michael Schmidt, Brittany Ann Shepard, Rachel Maria Seamer, cum laude, Brooke Elizabeth Simon, cum laude, Crystal Gail Sorrell, Jessica Jean Sowers, Jessica Ann Stanton, Katie Elizabeth Stortz, cum laude, Leanne Renee Studer, Bren Rose Sugarman, Gina Christine Talent Miller, Amy Ruth Tate, Rebecca Ann Taylor, Mamie Joy Turner, cum laude, Rose Marie Von Hall, cum laude, Jamanda Latress Whittle, Natalie Renee Woodruff, Sarah E. Wiggins, receiving the Master of Science in Nursing degree from the School of Nursing and Health Professions are Deborah Robin Engel, Amanda Christine Guttridge, Kimberly Marie Harden, Rita Marie Holland, Nicole Marie Jones. Donna Marie Negich. Emily K. Pearson. Alicia Marie Rice. Kathleen Wilson Ritter. Judith A. Schofield. Sarah L. Wilson. That's it, I guess.
Good morning. I'm Douglas Perry, Dean of the College of Informatics. Mr. President, it is a pleasure and a privilege to present the men and women who have successfully completed all requirements for the bachelor degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty. The College of Informatics also offers 3 graduate degrees: the Master of Science in Computer Science, the Master of Science in Information Systems, and our newest degree, the Master of Arts in Communication. These degrees represent the wide spectrum of academic study that reflects both the emergence and convergence of informatics. Mr. President, it is also a pleasure to present the men and women who have successfully completed all requirements for the master degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving bachelor degrees from the College of Informatics are Courtney Elise Bender, summa cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Baldridge, magna cum laude. Erin Marie Brockman. Cassie Renee Burke, magna cum laude. Melissa Marie Chin. Elizabeth K. Montgomery. Nicole Alexandra Quixote, cum laude. John Preston Cleaver. Justin Martin Chrysilis. Ian Joseph Bolander. Kevin Thomas Bonifel. David P. Barros. Arthur Chitanda, Jr. Jeffrey Allen Colson II. Christopher William Broha. Kyle Christopher Comley. James Garland Davis. Jeff A. Davis. Amy Marie Dixon. Brian Richard Doyle. Lindsay McCall Dreyer. Timothy J. Durbin, magna cum laude. Lacey Ann Elam. Annette Catherine Elfers. Kelly Elizabeth Geist, cum laude. Trista Marie Hall. Jerry Dean Harris. Misty Teal Helton. Shannon Ellen Hennekes. Michelle Ann Hood. Ashraf Hossein. Rashida Mary Hughes. Bethany Annunziata Iona. Tiffany Nicole Jones, cum laude. Jennifer Robin Judy, cum laude. Kudzai Joshua Kawema. Christy Marie Hills, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Isla Faye Zeta Benjamin. Ayla Faye Zeta Benjamin. Lauren Kathleen Philbrick. Christina Lynn Marzano. Michael Allen Harold, magna cum laude. Norbert Aloysius Krebs III. Summer Marie Kortekamp. Allison Kathleen Kramer. Raymond David Lape, magna cum laude. Melinda Lewis, cum laude. Jason J. McElfresh, magna cum laude. Kelly Marie Sirk, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Casey Ann Lundberg, cum laude. Erica Lynn Kraus. Catherine Nicole Schilling. Allison Ann Medley, magna cum laude. Lauren Ann Meintel, University Honors Scholar. Catherine Marie Mock, magna cum laude. Veronica P. Morgan. Thomas James Overstreet. Jamie Lynn Patton. Michael Anthony Peach Jr. Brittany Lee Perry. Stephen Thomas Pearson Jr. Teresa Ann Poole. Brooke Poulter. Brittany Ann Richardson. Jenny Lee Prigge. Joshua Aaron Rodimer, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Mongan Pugh. Peter Jeffrey Rosh. Tyler Marshall Reed. Michael L. Sames, Jr. Stephen Joseph Scotillo. Emily R. Seibel. Norki Sherpa. Michael R. Stanton. Danielle Nicole Stout, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Charles Howard Bud Strauss, magna cum laude. Amanda Sue Tanner. Sarah Elizabeth Treese. Katie Marie Val. Jeffrey David Waddell. Clyde Randall Waters. Matthew Joseph Weber. Paul R. Weber, summa cum laude. Ruth Mattina Wentworth Altenhofen. Michael Brandon Yates. Dustin Shea Zeller. Receiving the Master of Arts in Communication degree from the College of Informatics are Ty Austin Mortensen. Evan Beaumont Center. Receiving the Master of Science in Information Systems degree from the College of Informatics are Adam Gordon Bell, Ryan Christopher Durr, Stephen E. Gutter, Robert Blair Williams,
Good morning. I'm Elaine Jarko, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services. Mr. President, it is a pleasure and a privilege to present the men and women who have successfully completed all requirements for the associate and bachelor degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty. The College of Education and Human Services offers 4 graduate degrees: the Master of Arts in School Counseling, the Master of Science in Community Counseling, the Master of Arts in Teaching, and the Master of Arts in Education. These degrees are truly an accomplishment. Mr. President, it is also a pleasure to present the men and women who have successfully completed all requirements for the master degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving the bachelor degrees from the College of Education and Human Services are Candace Nicole Cruz, Stacy Lee Alexander, Erica Marie Arnold, Jessica Nicole Baker, Lindsay Townsend Bayricks, Lindsay Marie Bartlett, Japira Diana Bell, Miranda Ann Bergman, Laura Marie Blackwell, Jackie Rochelle Bray, summa cum laude, Malia Nicole Brock, Stacy Lee Carmody, cum laude, Brittany Marie Carter, summa cum laude, Barbara Lynn Chenault, Jennifer Ann Clark, magna cum laude, Stephanie Powell Clark, Janice Leanne Coffey, Tiffany Joy Colson, Brittany Nicole Lovell, Dana Nicole D'Amico, Amber Jillian Evans, cum laude, Chandra Renee Vitellaro, Deanna Lynn Craig, Catherine Marie Henderson, cum laude, Lacey Nicole Burke, cum laude, Sarah Elizabeth Remley, Caitlin Ann Hay, summa cum laude, Christina Marie Hesselbrock, Birgit Kugel Huntley, summa cum laude. Laura K. Findley. Diana Lynn Hepper, summa cum laude. Bruce Edward Richard. Jennifer Ann Wolfer. Melissa Marie Cooper. Catherine Suzanne DeMoss. Kelly Elizabeth Dieters. Jennifer Ann Dusing. Bonnie Luann Edwards. Heather Lee Ibeck. Pamela Lynn Ellis. Christine A. Engler. James A. Flagger. Rebecca Jo Gurman. Whitney Elaine Gillis, magna cum laude. Leanda Marie Gordon, cum laude. Ashley Kathleen Greiner. Jennifer Mary Gruen. Diana Kathleen Heather, cum laude. Jennifer Lee Hendrick, magna cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Hickman. Tina Marie Hills. Joy LaRose Holbrook, magna cum laude. Michelle Lynn Holt. Justin Michael Holthouse. Jared Lee Jodry, magna cum laude. John Brent Jandries. Katie Elizabeth Jones. Elizabeth Ann Kay, cum laude. Teresa Mary Margaret Kammerer. Meredith Joy Kirsch. Dustin Robert Grooms, magna cum laude. Ryan S. McCann, cum laude. Megan Diane Kemi. Erica Ann Ziegler. Anna Nicole Hale. Laura McCann Clamine. Megan Jean Lang. Christina Diane Littrell, magna cum laude. Chelsea Louise Lofton. Amy Nicole Lowry, cum laude. Robert Patrick McLeod. Mindy Sue McCollum, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann McPartlin, cum laude. Natalie Renee Montgomery, cum laude. Justin Allen Morris. Shannon Elizabeth Mullen. Michelle Lynn Neltner, magna cum laude. Brian William Neiman. Shoshana Tanise Nixon. Hannah R. Parrott, cum laude. Gina Michelle Peck, cum laude. Kimberly Annette Pence, cum laude. Adam Russell Quackenbush. Jessica Ann Rado, magna cum laude. April Marie Reese. Jennifer Marie Reidenauer. Catherine Stanky Rogers, cum laude. Stephanie Michelle Rogers, cum laude. Miranda Sultana Rose. Daniel M. Rothwell Jr., cum laude. Tyler Dale Rowlett. Aaron Bancroft Royer. Kelly Elizabeth Rule. Christina Lynn Saylor. Jessica Lauren Chappelle. Melissa Rose Scott. Megan Marie Smith, cum laude. Megan Nicole Smith. Daniel W. Stammer. Amy L. Thornton. Laura Browning Tracy, cum laude. Bobby Vaden Underwood. Sheena Marie Walters, cum laude. Lindsay Leanne Willis. Elizabeth Marie Wood, magna cum laude. Sean C. Yaki. Amanda Nicole Zimmerman, magna cum laude. Receiving the Master of Arts in School Counseling from the College of Education and Human Services are Erica Ann Green. Amy Lindsay Carrick. Christine Beck Martin. Julia D. McGivern. Receiving the Master of Arts in Teaching degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Brett Martin Bachman. Christopher Edward Bishop. Eleni Ki Riaki Enem Bol Edu Cadell. Melissa A. Carney. Rebecca Jane Coyle. Michelle Lee Cummings. Nick L. Down. Mark Robert Dirksing. Amanda Christine Goots. Heidi Amanda Hain. James Nicholas Clunder. John Edward Kraus. Rosemarie Ann Alverio Leite. David Lee Myers. Lorraine Catherine Rack. Matthew Douglas Rigg. Melanie Lee Slayback. Miran Amaya Sullivan. Eduardo A. Trujillo. Terry Marie Fasig Walker. Thomas J. Wolker. Ready? Receiving the Master of Arts in Education degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Janice L. Banks. Kristen Dawn Blevins-Bach. Miria L. Dennison. Marilyn C. Latta. Andrea Suarez. Colleen Ann Martinez. Tammy O. Rabe. Lisa Marie Ray. Melissa Ann Sloan. Shannon Patricia Vandenhout. Angela Francis Kramer Wyatt. Receiving the Master of Science in Community Counseling from the College of Education and Human Services is Erin Michelle Kilpatrick.
It's your stuff?
Yes.
There you go.
Good afternoon. My name is John Beeler, and I am proud to serve as the Dean of the College of Business. Mr. President, it is both a pleasure and a privilege to present the men and women from the College of Business who have successfully completed all requirements for the associate and bachelor degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty. The College of Business offers 4 graduate degrees: the Master of Accountancy, the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Science in Executive Leadership and Organizational Change, and the Master of Science in Technology. The achievement of earning these graduate degrees is an indication of a strong commitment to learning and leadership. Mr. President, it is an honor to present the men and women from the College of Business who have successfully completed all requirements for the master degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving associate degrees from the College of Business are Pauline Calderon. Receiving bachelor degrees from the College of Business are Mark Stephen Adams, Charity Faye Allen, Christopher Shave Allen, Jessica Ashley Andress, Tracy Kathleen Bauer, cum laude, Elizabeth M. Boeing, Samuel Boqui, Zachary Aaron Brown, James T. Brewer III, Mark G. Brinker, Mark Allen Buckley, Pushpa Buddhachara, Yolanda Bunton, Amy Dawn Caldwell, Aaron Michael Casson, Eric John Chalfant, Brittany Margaret Chalk, cum laude, University Honors Scholar, Jason Michael Chin, Prakash Chikrara, Elliot Edward Clark, Robert Joshua Clifton, Jennifer Ann Marie Connors, Amber Nicole Cooper, Kyle Richard Cordson, Timmy Allen Cox, Patrick James Curran, Tiffany Nicole Dean, Andrew Patrick Dempsey, John Woodrow Dieters, Adita Dudois, Angela Nicole Dupin, Christina Elizabeth Edwards, David N. Edwards, Angela Lynn Egbers, Nicholas Agamaya, Lynn Marie Ellman, Stephen Andrew Alix, Sarah Michelle Emerson, Jason D. Ender, Jennifer Lynn Feldman, Justin McClay Flannery, Sarah Elizabeth Fleckenstein, Thomas W. Gabbard, Blair Hunter Galbraith, Travis W. Garrett, Lucas Anthony George, Sakwi B. Gayhor, Amber M. Gibson, Latoya Gilkey, Sean Daniel Ginn, Jacob Allen Glick, Christopher Paul Godwin, cum laude, Tabitha Michelle Gregory, Justin Matthew Griffin, Helen Elizabeth Grooms, Matthew J. Grubbs, Elaine Marie Gunthner, summa cum laude, Amanda Louise Hegley, Brett Andrew Hardebeck, Melanie L. Hartzell, magna cum laude, Matthew Leo Heinrichs, Harish M. Hamachandran, James Patrick Hennigar, Jeffrey Daniel Henry, Ryan Charles Henry, Lisa L. Hickey, Nathan Riley Hicks, Eric Joseph Hillebrand, Eric Joseph Hill, Julianne Marie Hoxima, cum laude, Stephanie Lynn Hoff, Heather N. Holton, Tiffany Ann Huber, Morgan Rose Hughes, magna cum laude, Adam Robert Igel, Christopher Charles Isle, Daniel Tyler Impelziri, Deanna Ray Johnson, Abdul Tawab Qazi, cum laude, Jennifer L. Kessler, Sarah J. Clare, Colin Thomas Clare, cum laude, Kelly Elizabeth Kuntz, Elizabeth Jane Labour, Jessica Ann LaCourte, Melissa Ann Leo, Jeffrey Wade Landers, Amanda Marie Leatherman, Kelly L. Lee, Whitney Page Lutz, Katie Elizabeth Lux, Craig Michael Lyons, Ryan James Manning, Ophelia Marks, Nathan Andrew Martin, Amber Lynn Mason, Heather Lynn McGowan, Matthew Michael Merchant, cum laude, Timothy Allen Mills, Deborah Sue Mola, Katie Marie Mock, Adele Yen Liang, Meredith Ann Nema, Naoko Okuri, Christopher M. Parnitsky, Jonathan Ross Paul, Kimberly Sue Perry, Jennifer Lynn Phillips, Jennifer Lee Pilley, Thomas Lance Poe, cum laude, John Michael Purdon, Abba Kwanzaa, Brian Matthew Ramler, Richard H. Randall, Travis James Razzo, Andrew Christopher Roth, summa cum laude. Christopher Roberts. Trevor Stephen Rowe. Christopher Joseph Rowe. Paul David Roosh. Jonathan Elliott Reichman. Matthew S. Salsa. Ron Schmidt, Jr. Michelle Rose Showmaker. Thomas Michael Schutz. Kelly Renee Schultz, magna cum laude. Jenny Lynn C. Chad Andrew Siegel. Jeremy Michael Snell. Christopher Earl Spire. Ronald Lewis Spire II. Jessica Nicole Stewart. Stephen E. Swan. Paul Anthony Talon. Christopher Edward Thompson. Gregory David Trammell. Juan Carlos Vela. Michael David Volkov. Justin James Webb. Brandon Troy Wesley. Samantha Caroline Weinbrenner. Matthew A. Wolford. Stephen John Worcester. Keith Aaron Wright. Kyle Patrick Yeary, cum laude. Jill Marie Young. Deanna Zebak. Gabriel J. Ziliox. Gretel Marie Schwick. Receiving the Master of Accountancy degree from the College of Business are Yvonne Renee Baker. David Michael Sheff. Mark J. Wombauer. Receiving the Master of Business Administration degree from the College of Business are Jeffrey Robert Bayoni. Brandy Michelle Barnett. Helen Christine Corcoran. Miriam Fiki. Joshua James Gooch. Leslie Roche Graves. William Brandon Griffey II. Drew Eric Griffith. Jared Andrew McCombs. Richard A. Nadler. Darlene Marie Ogie. Jean Harriet Olazov. Becky Lynn Roberts. Susan McClellan Shrimpf. Hayato Takayama. Theodore W. Talley. Rana Tavalali. Eric Martin Teagarden. Betsy Lynn True.
Good afternoon. I am Kevin Corcoran, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Mr. President, it is my pleasure and a distinct privilege to present these individuals who have successfully completed all requirements for the associate and bachelor's degrees for which they have been recommended by our faculty. The College of Arts and Sciences also offers 3 master's degrees: Master of Arts, Master of Public Administration, and Master of Science. Achieving a graduate degree requires a committed effort in the pursuit of knowledge. It is also my distinct honor to recognize those students from the College of Arts and Sciences who are receiving graduate degrees. Mr. President, it is a great pleasure to present these individuals who have successfully completed all requirements for the master's degrees for which they have been recommended by our faculty.
Receiving associate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences are Daniel J. Dornbush, Amanda Rochelle Gilbert, Tamika D. Hawker, Marla Joy Lenyard, Deborah Jean Oberslacki, Venita Lynn Rankins, Rebecca L. Ross, Melanie Elizabeth Smith, Tiffany Monique Squire, Caleb Taft Walters. Receiving bachelor degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences are Farkad Abdikadirov, Prince Kwame Afreta, Joel David Allen, Nancy J. Anderson, summa cum laude, Brandy Jo Bader, Lisa Marie Ballantyne, Jeremy Christopher Baker, Ashley K. Balser, Eric Douglas Banks, cum laude, Justin Michael Barr, Catherine Cornwell Barriger, Sarah Marie Belcher, Emily Jo Bell, Jonathan David Bendel, Lindsay Elizabeth Bendur, cum laude, Faith Ann Benson, Latasha Monique Bradley, magna cum laude, Laura Kathleen Brennan, cum laude, Mark Joseph Roaring Jr., cum laude, Josiah Asa Brock, Ryan Marshall Brown, Zachary C. Brown, magna cum laude, Karen Estella Burwinkle, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar, Michelle Christine Burwinkle, cum laude, Alexander Ross Campbell, Carrie J. Capek, Amanda Hope Campbell, Savannah Lynn Capito, cum laude, Jessica Danielle Caraway, magna cum laude, Kristen A. Carlson, Andrew Isaac Carr, William Carter, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar, Pavel Romero Castillo, cum laude, Megan Ann Childress, Melanie Lauren Clark, summa cum laude, Michael Thomas Clemson. Christy Marie Collins. Justin Randall Combs. Marla Renee Cordray, summa cum laude. Kelly Marie Sear. Thomas J. Dahl, Jr. Patrick Stephen Daniel, University Honors Scholar. Timothy Dale Daniel. Teresa Lynn Davidson. Gary James Davis. Joshua David Denigan. Holly Christine Vasdewald, Vasquez. Joel Robert Dye, cum laude. Jeremy Michael Joseph Donnellan. Mary Kathleen B. Donnelly, summa cum laude. Matthew Ross Dressback. William Todd Dufour. Jessica Luce Duke. Sean Dunn. W. Ronald Dunn II, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Angelina Zurenka. Brooke Elaine Eby, cum laude. Constance Jo Allen, cum laude. Deborah Ann Ellis, cum laude. Zachary Foster Ellis, cum laude. Eric Allen Ernest. Tiffany Ann Evans. Michelle Catherine Eveston. Deborah Ann Felker. Michelle Denise Fields. Amy Marie Finke. Carrie Ann Finnell. Stacy Marie Fiersick, summa cum laude. Alexis L. Fleming. Taffany Ann Flynn. Robert Freeman Firestone. Daniel Grant Fight. Elizabeth Ann Ford, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Jessica Marie Frisch. Ramey Lynn Gavin, summa cum laude. Natasha K. Gaynor. Christina Marie Geiger. Lindsay Gibson. Lauren Nicole Gear, magna cum laude. Alyssa Joanne Gilly, cum laude. Carolyn Henry Graff. Douglas A. Graham. Dane W. Grant. Joshua Aaron Haggard. Chad Allen Hargrove. Sarah Nolan Hauk. Rachel Endicott Hawkins, cum laude. Bridget Marie Hemmerly. Maria Elizabeth Henn. Melissa Ann Henry. Jennifer Rose Hernandez Lamb, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Catherine Marie Hilbert. Laura Beth Hill. Christine Ritchie Hodges, Honors Scholar. Brian Jeffrey Holker, University Honors Scholar. Receiving 2 double bachelor degrees, Robert Chauncey Hoffman. Scott Kenneth Hoffman, cum laude. Also receiving 2 bachelor degrees, Jacqueline Carol Hahn, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Loretta B. Hopper. Jessica L. Hauk. Nicole Elizabeth Howell. Amanda Marie Groth-Tilden. Heather Heim Brentz. Courtney Lynn Huff I. Bethany K. Humphrey. Daniel Lee Hunter. Also receiving 2 bachelor degrees, Brandon Charles Eicher. Tina D.L. Ingram. Jarrett Kyle Iserol. Elenia Michelle Jaber. Jeremy Kyle Jackson. Jason Edward James. Michael Carlton Johns, cum laude. Davia Jane Kesmarek. Jessica Lynn Kaiser. Adam Edward Kamer. Sunny Al Kazar. Kathleen Kafaver. Gladys Renee Kelly. Danielle Nicole Land. Lauren Michelle Kaiser. Christopher Joseph Klein. Christopher Carroll Cloker, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Keith Edward Knapp. Jason Daniel Koenig. Michael Patrick Creety. Elizabeth Ellen Krebs. Deng Bol Quer. Ashley Rochelle Leffingwell. Brent Allen Lemming. Gregory James Lemon, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Jamie Christine Light, cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Linkus. Kristen Renee Liversay. Alex Brandon Lubbers, magna cum laude. Janae Sanika Lucas. Sandra J. Mocht. Alan S. Marino, Jr. Alicia Nicole Marvin. Paige Janelle Mason. James Wright McCord IV. Michael V. McCormill. Thomas Frederick McGill, summa cum laude. Joel A. McGraw. Limi Herman Mayenga. T. Scott McLaren. Aaron Lee McLean. John Thomas Merrill, Jr. Kimberly Eileen Miller. Sorelli Minami. Joanna Carolyn Minch, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Melissa Marita Minsoulis, cum laude. Adam Lewis Mavis, cum laude. Maria Gracia Moreno. Brian Andrew Morris. Celeste Ann Morris, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Heidi Noel Morris, summa cum laude. Peter Christian Niemeyer. Paul Joseph Noel. Brian James O'Neill. Thomas Ogenick. Kelly Painter. Dustin Wiley Parrott, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Jared John Patton, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Catherine Lorene Peace. Jared Michael Peebles. Ann M. Peelman. Jonathan Pernasek, cum laude. Frederick Christopher Pearson, summa cum laude. Kulicki Bridget Pearson, magna cum laude. Ryan Walter Pinkley. Amanda Marie Poe. Kelly Lynn Poling. Shaniel Monique Poole. Courtney Lynn Queen, magna cum laude. Lisa Renee Ratchford, summa cum laude. Amanda Ray Schaefer. Jessica Rehill. Elizabeth Ann Renberg, magna cum laude. Receiving 2 Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees, Samantha Marie Reno, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Clark J. Rice. Dale Nicholas Ratterman. Kyle T. Rich. Tremaine J. Roberson. Lauren Elizabeth Roberts. Jessica Faye Robinson, cum laude. Kristen Victoria Robinson. David Michael Rogers. Judith L. Rogers Paul. Anwar Corey Salahuddin. Ethel Marie Sandlin. Marissa Lynn Schaefer, magna cum laude. Rachel Joanna Scheller, cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Stephen Cyril Schmidt. Kelly Ann Marie Schoenfeld. Ashley Darlene Scholl. Monica Christine Schuster, cum laude. Matthew David Schrand. Jonathan Charles Schroer. Bethany Lynn Shook, cum laude. Kimberly Marie Sebastian. Nicholas Aaron Sebastian, magna cum laude. Rebecca A. Seeger, cum laude. Christy Renee Sevier. Carolyn Marie Sexton, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Bonnie April Sheehy. Cheryl Renee Sheets. Sahar Shiruni. Terry Michael Simmons II. Amanda Ashley Sims. Ryan Thomas Sinclair, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Hannah Elisa Sizemore, cum laude. Maria Erzbet Sleder, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Jeffrey Tyler Smallwood. Anthony Wayne Smith, cum laude. Meredith Ann Sparks, magna cum laude. Jimmy Page Spada. Cynthia Marie Staub, cum laude. James Corwin Stevenson. David Anthony Stetter, cum laude. Alexa M. Summy. Nicole Ray Swope, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Receiving 2 bachelor's degrees, Ashley Lynn Talbot, cum laude. Jesse B. Taylor. Lindsay Carol Taylor. James Edward Tessner. Jamie Lee Tyson, cum laude. Tracy Ray Thomas. Andrew Mark Thompson, magna cum laude. Erica Alicia Thompson, summa cum laude, University Honor Scholar. Michael James Tolan. Stephanie Denise Trenkamp. James K. True IV. Suzanne Deborah Truesdell. Mark Anthony Tully. Amanda Tyler. Margaret Elizabeth Volkering. Jamie Marie Wagner. Allison Ray Walton. Jacqueline L. Ward. Maureen Elizabeth Wash. Sarah Washington Bird, cum laude. Marion Aaliyah Sinning Wedge, summa cum laude. Heather Ann Webster. Marshall Todd Wiesner, cum laude. Lauren Marie Wells. Matthew E. Wells. Nikki Lynn West, cum laude. Joshua Daniel White, summa cum laude. Charlotte Jeanette Wilfgong. Brian M. Williams. Christine Nicole Williamson. Molly Lynn Willman. Casey Devin Wilson. Jada Morgan Wyndham, summa cum laude, University Honor Scholar. Jessica Lee Wogenstall. Patrick Christian Woolley. Daniel Terry Wooten. Elizabeth Lauren Worley. John Odell Young. Catherine Elizabeth Yoler, summa cum laude. Evan Anthony Zimmerman. Timothy Joseph Zoz. John Stephen Marks. Receiving the Master of Arts degree from the College of Arts and Sciences are Allison Marie Johnson, Eric Jason Moore, Jerry L. Waddell, Sean Thomas Walker, receiving the Master of Public Administration degree from the College of Arts and Sciences are Allison Austin Gallenstein Adams, Shannon M. Brower, Maria Lakita Cole, Dale Wayne Edmondson, Mark Vincent Ham, Brett Jason Henniger, Kristen Shea Hodge, Christopher Ryan Lawson, Emily C. Lysing, Monica Lynn McGowan, Eric William McGuire. Parker Vance McLaurin. Evelyn W. Sears. Christian E. Smith. Alana R. Swartz. Bobby Joe Wins. Tanisha M. Worthy. Receiving the Master of Science degree from the College of Arts and Sciences are Vicki Joanne Brace. Kristen Elizabeth Cronus. Chad Michael Fangman. Lindsay Michelle Fowler. Kelly Lynn Lay. Ashley Marie Litton. Lisa Michelle Pugh. Rebecca Louise Reynolds. Jennifer Nicole Vaccaro. Shauna Marie Webb.
Well, graduates, you did it. The dream of a diploma has come true. Please rise and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words to the alma mater are printed on the outside back cover of your program.
Northern, let your vision lead us, hearts of women, men, and youth. Help us seek the higher virtues, guide us to the greater truth. Northern, northern alma mater, may our lives enrich your name, and in time leave us your children, better far than when we came.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll permit me just one moment, there are many, many people here today who have helped to make this day possible, but there's one who is not. Regent Bob Zapp, who is just completing 17 years of service on the Board of Regents, was not able to be here because of an accident. He's doing fine. But if he's watching on the television, I wish you would all say hello to Bob Zapp with your applause and thank him for his leadership. Thank you.
This concludes our commencement ceremony. Thank you all for coming. And once again, I extend heartfelt congratulations to our newest NKU graduates, the graduates of 2008. You are all invited to join us now for a reception under the tents around the lake. Each college will have a congregating area designated by a college banner. We hope all the faculty and the graduates and families will join us to celebrate NKU's 40th birthday with cake and refreshments and to celebrate the success of these graduates. Please remain standing while the platform party and the graduates leave the hall. Thank you.